Hi, are you a patient person? Hmm. I like to think that I am, but you know what? I'm not as patient as I may think I am, but it is what it is. We need to learn how to practice patience, especially where our personal growth, our personal development is concerned. So let's have a think about this stuff. So here's a question. Have you ever felt frustrated because the changes you're working so hard to achieve seem to take forever to show up? Let's think about. I'm using the concept of the my business brand, which is the Orange Garden. So let's think about the concept of growth like a garden. And if you think about a garden, does it bloom all at once in one hit? Boom. Be good if it did, but it doesn't, does it? It doesn't bloom all at once because it's a process and it requires patience, it requires care, and it requires time. So let's think about this garden, your garden. You plant seeds, you water them, you give them sunlight, but yet still you don't see results today right away. But underground, those seeds are working hard to develop roots and so on. And it's like with personal development. Every small action that we take, every habit we build, every moment of self reflection is in a way like tending to that garden. So we don't often see immediate results. The problem with this as well is that when people don't see immediate results, they often quit. But it doesn't mean that nothing's happening because there are no immediate obvious results. So we need to be patient. Patient Patience is absolutely essential because it allows us to focus on the process rather than dashing or rushing for results. So when we practice patience, we create space to appreciate the journey instead of obsessing over the destination. So let's think about it like this. When we're building a new habit, like let's say we've decided that we're going to keep a journal about our personal development journey. So we're going to keep a journal. And the early days of developing that habit of journal keeping might feel pretty insignificant. We might even think, why am I doing this? What's the point? Is it worth it? But yet, over time, the little entries that we make each day add up to major, massive insights, big shifting moments. And if we celebrate those small wins, because it's important that we celebrate our process, every little step forward is progress, no matter how small it is. And if we recognize these wins, it keeps us motivated. And that reminds us that growth is happening. So let's think of an example. One of my clients recently shared how proud she was of taking just 10 minutes, 10 minutes, that's all. 10 minutes she took for mindfulness each and every day, mindfulness exercises that I introduced her to through our sessions. It didn't seem like much at first, this 10-minute practice of mindful exercises. But over weeks, it really did contribute to transforming her stress levels, not taking them up, taking them down, of course. So let's think about reflection. We need to reflect on our journey. We need to reflect on our journey quite frequently. So take a moment right now. Think about your own growth. What is one small victory you've had recently? Did you handle a particular situation more calmly than before? or you stayed consistent with a new habit, feel free to use the comments, direct messages, whatever you've got to do to share your small victories, or share it with somebody close to you, somebody around you, or just write it down. Write it down. Because acknowledging these moments helps us to build momentum. So let's remember that growth takes time. It's just like a garden. It needs seasons to bloom. We need to be patient with ourselves. We need to trust that every small step matters. So here's a challenge. And the challenge is simple. Pause, reflect, and celebrate one small win, no matter how tiny it seems. Because progress, no matter what the pace is always, always, always worth celebrating. Remember, if you've got questions, if you've got comments, don't hesitate. Leave the question, leave the comments, because if you don't leave a question or a comment, you're never going to get a response. Have a beautiful week. Take care. I'll speak to you again really soon. Bye for now.